and join us as we see what Chef Linda has up her sleeve today. Hello, Chef Linda.
Hello, Pastor Rhonda. How are you?
Simply marvelous. I have my taste buds ready.
Oh, yes. Oh, I can't wait. And you're going to have to come by sometime and get some of these dishes
Okay, we'll make it
or
happen.
or prepare them. Now, I'm showing you hand by hand how to prepare them. So,
Now, I've made three of them.
oh,
And for me, that's a big deal.
yay.
And they were just
Good.
as good as Jim said they were.
All right. Well, tell us which ones you made.
I made
I
what
know
is
the tuna noodle
the tuna
casserole.
noodle casserole. I made the quiche twice.
Okay.
That was really good because I could freeze it.
Yep.
I pre-sliced it and I left it in the pan, but I freezed it. And so therefore I was able to come back the second time I made it, and I thought I used the same measuring, but I actually had enough for 4 pans, 4 pies.
Wow.
So I don't know what I did, but it was just as tasty and it stretched even further.
Oh,
So, and it's nice to have a healthy breakfast just to grab and go.
exactly. Well, I'm glad. I'm proud of you.
And I made
So
the
what
fish
I'm gonna do,
tacos.
huh?
And I made the fish tacos.
Oh, did you enjoy them?
Oh, yes, indeed.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so I'm gonna get started on this chicken. Okay, chicken dish. I was way. I'm gonna season our chicken. You see, I have chicken thighs here.
Okay.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna season them with pepper. I'm also gonna season them with onion, and I am going to season them with garlic powder. So remember that onion, garlic powder, pepper, and my season salt. And I know sometimes I forget to tell you guys about getting different types of seasoning salt. Some is saltier than others. We found that this Morton's is not as salty. So we normally use this one. Well, we always use this one. So this one would be a lot better than like the Lowry's, because I found out that the Lowry's is a little bit salty. I'm gonna grab a glove here and I'm gonna toss that with my glove. I forget it. Matter of fact, I'll just use a bag right now because my glove is not there. So sometimes if you don't have gloves, use a bag, okay? And just toss it. Because since I got older now, I get so scared of the salmonella and all that. So I don't like to touch the chicken anymore with my hands anymore. So I'm gonna just toss this all together, my seasoning. And so I'm gonna come over here to the frying pan, which is already hot. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this down, skin down. Now I'm using chicken thighs. You can use chicken breast. You can use chicken parts. I'm using the chicken thigh. I love the chicken thigh. So you hear that sizzle? And like I said, you can use it with bone in or bone out and skin on or skin off. It's your choice. But what that chicken's gonna do is gonna get nice and brown. Okay? So the next thing I'm gonna do for that, once it browns, and I'm just gonna tell you how it goes. I'm gonna give you the ingredients here. Because I'm not gonna let you wait for me to cook it. So that's gonna brown. I'm gonna use my minced garlic. I'm gonna use honey. I'm gonna use apple cider vinegar, and I'm gonna use low sodium soy sauce. Okay, these are things that should be in your pantry already. The honey, the soy, and you don't have to use apple cider vinegar. You can use rice vinegar. You can use red wine vinegar. You can use white vinegar. Any type of vinegar you want, because it'll add that acidity to this here meal. So you don't have to wait for me to continue to fry this, but once it's fried, and cover it while it's frying, okay? So you will cover this up, let it go ahead and cook You want it to fully cook. All I did is just put a little olive oil at the bottom of the pan, just a couple of teaspoons, and you let the skin crisp up. Then you flip it over and let it cook on the other side. You want it to get done, almost all the way done. And then soon as it's finished, you're gonna put as much garlic as you like in between each thigh, right on the pan. You're gonna let it saute for 30 seconds so you can smell that garlic. After you put that garlic in there, then you're gonna pour in your honey. And you can use this too with your own discretion. You can put like maybe a half a cup of honey in there for your thighs, because this is gonna be your sweetness. So you're gonna have a sweet and salty, savory chicken thigh. And by saying that, you're going to add in your apple cider vinegar. So you're going to put about 2 teaspoons, 2 tablespoons, either one. It depends on how much acid you would like. I like to put a little bit more, so I do 2 tablespoons of the apple cider vinegar. And then I just pour a generously amount of the soy sauce, just as much as I think I want to taste. But if you want to be precise, then I would do 1 tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Okay, and that's what
it's low sodium, right?
Yeah, now this was low sodium because if you know, we put our salt on our chicken before we start frying it. So therefore, this is the low sodium. So that will make this here will make your thickening agent, and it will turn out beautiful. You're gonna keep your fire on medium heat to get that brown. You want that to brown up. And so even like probably now, because I had that pan nice and hot, look how that browned on that side already. Okay, although it's not done now, mind you. You're just gonna get that brown. You want it to brown, so you want that pan to be scorching hot. Once you get the other side brown, then you're gonna turn it down. Put the lid back on there, turn it down, and mostly let it simmer. You just want that crispness on the outside of that, and you want that color. And then once you get that color on there, then you will go ahead and do the steps I just told you to do. Okay, so I will let you know how that turned out. I've already have some pre-made. And if you happen to have an iron skillet, use it, because you're going to get the best brown crispiness of that chicken on there. And if you see that, look at there. Look at that. Look at there. And it made a nice little glaze. Look at that glaze. And if you even make extra, you can be able to put that on top of rice. Or you can just have it as your main dish without the rice, and no pastas and nothing like that, because we're going to make a sauteed spinach next. But this is what the finished product looked like. And I tell you, you'll be addicted to this chicken. And you can also do this with shrimp, the same steps I'm telling you now with these here, 4 items. So just think it's going to be 5 items, because what you're going to do is you're going to put all 4 of these in there. And then you're going to put about 2 cups of water. You can use 2 cups of water. You can use 2 cups of chicken broth. But the chicken broth, mind you, going to have a little bit of salt in it. So I use just plain water. So all 4 of these items, 2 cups of water. If you want to make more sauce, then you add more of these ingredients and more of the water. And then put it up on a medium heat. And then it renders down to this nice glaze. So those are our delicious chicken thighs right there. Okay, so now I will show you what I do for the sauteed spinach. Okay, and you can buy frozen or you can buy fresh. I like to use fresh. But what I'm gonna do, and Jim loved this dish. When I first started making this, he couldn't get enough of it. So I am going to use, I can't believe it's not butter. Okay, you can use regular butter if you like. Okay, I get that going. Then I am going to cut in my onions. So there's no right or wrong way of how to cut your onions. You can have them as thick or as thin as you choose to have them. and as many as you choose to have. And you know, I'm not a big time spinach lover, but I love this one because it takes this here dish to a different taste almost. And once I have that in there, I'm going to let these here onions start frying. Okay. And that's what you want them to do. You want to get to going just a little bit, not much. All those onions, and this just smells so good. You know, onions already just smells good. If you just have some onions on, people will think you a chef because the house is smelling good. They're, oh, what you cooking? Okay. So as you see, these onions have started going. Then I'm going to get my spinach. And see, I do the fresh spinach. These leaves are a little big. I was like looking at these thick leaves. Look how big those leaves are on that spinach. I kind of prefer the small ones because they're a lot tender, but there's nothing wrong with these either. You just cook them a little bit longer. The smaller ones you can cook quicker. But these ones here, they reminded me, my mom looked at them and said, you sure them ain't turnips? Because she's not a spinach eater. Okay. So I have my spinach here. And remember now, they wilt down too. You can put as, because that's going to end up being, even though it looks like a lot in this here pan, oh, that's going to render down to maybe enough for two by the time it's all said and done. Now, once I have that going, I'll go ahead and put a little bit of chicken stock. You can use vegetable stock. You can use vegetable stock. It just depends on your preference. So here I have chicken stock. Because, you know, you want to have a little bit of flavor in that. So now I got the onions in here. I got this. I can't believe it's not butter because that's more for Jim. I want to believe it's butter, so I'm going to put butter for me. But for him, being a healthy kick, we'll fool him and tell him it's butter. Okay, I'm even going to put a little bit more chicken stock in that because you won't hurt it by adding as much as you want because all this is going to do is simmer. Remember, I told you that spinach was big and leafy, so it's going to take some time for it to go ahead and get tender enough. And then once I have all that on there, I'm going to go ahead and add my garlic, my granulated garlic to this. Okay, you see how I'm building up the flavors. Okay, and then I'm going to, another little added thing that I like to do, and you don't have to do this. This is just my preference. Because think of spinach and spinach dips. Spinach dips have cheese, right? Okay, so what I do, I add just a little bit of parm. Just a little bit. Just no one would even know it's there because it's just going to add that extra kick of flavor. And you go ahead and mix that all in there. Now, with this dish, this is the only thing you need in here. It's just that onion, that chicken stock, that little bit of parm, and then you let that go ahead and cook down. And it smells good already. Another thing you can add to this here too, you can also add diced tomatoes. So, and I've cooked it with the diced tomatoes, which is really, really good. You go ahead and cover this and let it simmer, as you see how it's going right here, until your spinach get really, really tender. Okay, and trust me, it ends up really, really good. Like I told you, the only time I eat spinach is like this, or I can eat it in a spinach dip without the artichokes, of course. Okay, so this is the finished product right here. This is how it will come and render down. This is your sauteed spinach. Oh, you take that lid off and it smells so good. Now remember, I told you it cooks down, so don't be afraid to put all the spinach you want in there because in this pan, what you just see me put in that pan, the first one, I put way more in this one. And you see how much it rendered down. So don't be afraid to add the spinach. If you ever cook greens, you know how turnip greens go. Collards, you can buy a couple bunches and it won't shrink down. But mustards and turnips go down like this. So that's the same way as the spinach do. Okay. So now that you see that, now I'm going to show you, and I'm moving right along too. Now I'm going to show you grilled watermelon. I know, Pastor Rhonda, we were talking about that grilled watermelon last week. So I said I was going to show you how grilled watermelon is and how it's supposed to be. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get my tongue over here. I'll do it that one tongue. Oh, here we go. Okay, let me wash this off. Okay. All right. So you can grill watermelon a couple of different ways. You can put it on your barbecue grill. I like it on the barbecue grill. And you'll get that, you can have that char taste to a grilled watermelon. Or you can do it on your gas grill. You want to get the marks. Another way to do it, you know how you can blister jalapenos and bell peppers on your eye, just on the stove of your eye. You can blister those things, and that's how you come up with the roasted peppers. Roasted peppers, you do it and get the burnt taste of that in your pepper. And you pay all that money for roasted peppers, and you can do it and just lay your peppers right on the eye of this fire. Let it get black. Peel it off with your hands. You can be able to do it with your hands or a paper towel and slice those bell peppers, and they give you a whole total different taste. So that's what we're going to do to watermelon. I'm going to give this watermelon a different taste than it with. And trust me, this is a sweet watermelon. But you can put that watermelon on your eye, just like this. Just the same way as you would do a bell pepper, jalapenos. And people will be like, oh, that's crazy. No, it's not. Trust me. And it's going to give you a totally different taste. So it's going to almost taste like between a fruit and a vegetable by the time you're done with that taste. Okay. And this won't take long, but that's why I can show you this. And I want you to try this. Don't be afraid, because I told you, I tried this in the Carolinas. I was like, grilled watermelon? I don't think so. I like cold watermelon myself. I don't even like a watermelon when you just get it and cut it. I like my watermelon ice cold. And so when I had this dish, it changed my mind. And this is perfect on top of a salad. You can cut this watermelon up and put it on your salad and put your vinaigrette on there. Now this will take the place of a tomato on your salad. When you grill that watermelon, it will give you a total different taste. Okay. And we're going to have a little bit of sweet. We're going to have a little bit of savory when you see what all I put on here. So, and it doesn't take long. So I'm going to take that off. You see, I have a few grill marks on here. Move all this stuff over so you can see. And you can smell it. You can smell that it's different. You can smell it like it's grilled. Okay, it is grilled. And then I'm going to go ahead and use, this is balsamic vinegar. And you just drizzle a little bit of that balsamic over that watermelon, like so. Just leave a little bit in the bottom of the plate too, so you can get to the bottom of that balsamic vinegar. And then you use a little bit of this feta cheese. I have feta cheese here. And you put that feta over there, over that balsamic and that watermelon. Now you got sweet, salty, and grilled. And that is your grilled watermelon with the balsamic vinegar. Mind you, you can do all this by adding that on a salad as well, with the salad and the balsamic. And those are your 3 dishes for today. was and hope you got something out of this with the sticky garlic honey chicken thighs. And remember, you could use any kind of chicken, and you don't have to have the skin on it, and it can be boneless. And you've got that honey sticky garlic glaze, and then you have the sauteed spinach, and then you have also your balsamic feta grilled watermelon. From my kitchen to yours.
So how much were the different items?
Okay, well, I shopped at a different store. So this here, today's method was going to your grocery that has a sale on it. So everybody doesn't, wherever they at, might not have a 99-cent store, might not have an Aldi's, or, I know Walmart's everywhere, but you can go to your local store. I was actually able to get those chicken thighs. I bought 10 thick chicken thighs, and it cost me $4.15. Okay. I bought 10 chicken thighs, cost me $4.15. The spinach was 3 pounds for 99 cents. So you know how much you can get that for. So that was $3. That's $7. Now for the spinach, for all of it, chicken and the spinach was $7. The watermelon was 4 pounds for 99 cents. I paid $2.50 for a whole watermelon. So now we're at 7, 8, 9, 50. That's how much this meal cost me, was $9.50.
And
all the other I had at home. Beg your pardon?
And enough to feed 10 people if you had each person had one piece of chicken.
Exactly, or 5, and they have 2 pieces. So what I'm going to end up doing, though, with this here meal, Saturday, I was down at the church, and Susan was passing out the pantry items, where people come once a month and pick up dry goods. And so I was down there, and I gave away some 35 meals. But the last person that showed up was a young man. He was from Africa, and he had been coming there, apparently, she had told me, like 3 years. And so I felt so bad, because at first when I went, I said, when it's gone, it's gone. I don't care if it was a line for the people. After 35 dinners, it's gone. But for some reason, he was the last person, and it kind of touched me. And so I said what I would do. I gave him my card, and I told him that I was going to do your cooking show today. And I told him to give me a call, and I will feed their family of 4. So this entire meal will go to him today. He'll come pick it up for his family.
So you are Chef Angel Linda.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I just have a compassion of, people being hungry. I'm just like, I want to give, and I want everybody to be happy. And when you go to bed happy, you wake up happy with a smile on your face, and you can accomplish something the next day. Awesome. So that's pretty much me.
Wow. Chef Linda, thank you so much. You have truly been a treat. You've been an encouragement to me because even though, I said, can we really cook dishes for $10? And you showed us that we can, and not just $10 enough for one, but $10 can actually feed a full family. So you have truly, truly shown us what it can, easy dishes too. Yeah. Easy, almost one pot deals.
That's right. Matter of fact, I said that, the next time we did this, what I wanted to attempt to do, because in those food pantry boxes, they're heavy, but they're so small. They're small and condensed. They're about like this. I don't know the measurements of boxes and things like that. I wasn't never good at math. But the thing is, the boxes are about this big, and it said it feeds you food for 3 to 4 days. And I'm like, there's 3 to 4 days of food in this box. And so, but I never seen what's in it. So, because it's taped up. So it is a mystery box. So maybe the next time we do this, I will go down to the church and get one of those pantry boxes, and I will show you what's in them. And for people that have to go and get those, those boxes, I will show them how to create a meal, those 3 to 4 meals out that one box.
That is a great idea. And especially since you donate those meals right back to somebody in need.
Correct.
Because, I can only imagine that some people don't go to those food pantries because they don't have anywhere to cook the stuff.
Mm.
So
Well,
I think that could really be a treat.
yeah. That you'd be surprised because there were grandmothers that was in that line that's feeding their grandbabies that the mothers have left the grandbabies with them, you know. And so I just was totally touched at how grandmas are stepping up and raising these kids when they can't even take care of themselves. But whatever Social Security they get, they put it on those kids. And so that's why we have these food pantry places, and we have places that you can drive by and pick up food. I think it's a blessing, because it's not a put down, it's a pull up. And I'm all for it, you know and that's how I'm just glad it's a blessing, and I'm just glad to be here to even bring blessings to people as well.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much, Chef Linda. Thank you, Jim, for hanging out and recording, and Malik for hanging out with us and being a taste tester as well. I know he's helped do some other things in the background as well.
Yes.
But this has
It's been
truly
my
been a
pleasure.
treat. And until next time, choose life.